Yo.
We back, baby.
Big back.
We back. Week 1 back.
Welcome back. Yeah, heading into week 2.
Big dub energy.
Big dubs.
Big dub energy.
Bills Mafia is happy. We're excited. And we're just glad to talk about, I don't know, being number one, you know.
I'm happy to talk about football.
Happy to talk about football, man. We got a chance to see a big scale of games. No preseason, no training camp, no practice. None of that fake stuff. All real hits.
Oh, yeah.
Real flags, real timeouts. Sometimes no timeouts in some teams' cases. Bad judgment. And watching the league as a whole felt funny. But obviously, we're going to start with our Buffalo Bills in their matchup last Thursday.
Before we go into the game, Val, let me hear about you.
That first-hand experience?
Yeah, you was there. I need to hear firsthand what LA was looking like.
Oh, man. So, first off, the weather was hot, but it was beautiful. Just a few weeks before that, I dealt with some of that Caribbean heat. So, I wasn't too much thrown off by that 90-degree, 97, 98, whatever it was. That wasn't too crazy, man. That Bahama weather was different.
Different level of humidity over there.
So the LA Heat, I will say first and foremost, I was able to stay hydrated, didn't black out, didn't get too drunk, was able to enjoy really each and every day while we were out there between food, walking around, seeing all of the Bills fans. And one of my biggest takeaways, and this is not the first time I've seen it happen, traveling, is that people really be surprised at how well we travel.
I don't understand
and I still don't get that.
It's still a surprise. Like even in our worst days. It's still
even in our worst days, but I mean, we left Buffalo, obviously airport, and it was 98% Bills fans.
You know what time.
So everybody had the Bills gear on. Yeah. So no questions asked there. Everybody going. You don't even hear a go Bills because everybody just trying to get to their destination.
Yeah, going to Vegas.
But then you start going to the different airports and you land. Then it's, where'd you guys come from? We came from Buffalo.
Look at me. Hello.
Oh, you guys came all the way from Buffalo?
Hello.
Yes, we did. To see our team play. So that was kind of all of that.
Over your city.
Yeah, which we did. But that was that. So Bills Mafia was alive, and so many of us made that trip. Shout out to your brother for getting out there. Everybody else who I might have bumped into, who I didn't, my cousin, seeing him, Jabari, shout out to you. So that part of it was good, right?
What was that stadium looking like?
So the stadium was beautiful. The stadium was beautiful.
Had a couple people, video call me while they were there, and I'm like, yo,
beautiful.
This is nuts.
Nice. It makes me think about what potentially we could have in a few years.
With a couple more billion.
They put some money into that thing.
$5 billion.
So it was good to see a kind of like a brand new stadium. Like I've never been to Dallas Stadium. Last year I was at the one in New Orleans, and I know they just built that.
Newer.
I'm trying to think. Tampa was whatever. But regardless, though, yeah, crazy nice. The fans were decent. No issues with the fans. Yeah, even though I had somebody kind of try to dance battle me outside, so I had to get loose a couple of times. If you know me, you know the vibes. I'm like, oh, okay.
I saw that video. Was like, yeah.
There he is. Yeah, found a way to dance and have some fun, but it was great vibes. Like I said, if you been to away games as a Bills fans, you already know what the atmosphere is. It doesn't matter where you're at, Tennessee, Atlanta, Texas, anywhere in Texas. Like we just travel so well, so absolutely. It once again felt good to be like, oh, we're traveling, but we're still with our family. We're still with the fan base, and that was beautiful. Now, obviously, after I tell you how I felt about the game, I want to know what it was look like. Obviously, watching it on TV, because when you watch it at home live, you get a different angle too.
I will say you can feel the energy.
Feel the energy, right?
Man. I had it loud all day. So I walk outside. We were watching in the yard in the patio.
Right.
So you can feel the energy. You can feel the excitement. Mm-hmm. You can hear the Bills fans.
Oh man.
So as soon as they had that coin toss and the Bills,
it was like
got the ball. I said, oh yeah,
here we go.
The show starting, driving right down that field.
Right down the field, play action, wide open. It's Gabriel Davis.
Easy money. I don't think I've ever seen a drive so
So flawless.
So simple and so easy.
Simple, man. And that shout out to Dorsey, right?
Yeah.
You know, we
100%.
We wondered all summer and spring.
What was it gonna look like?
Okay, what's gonna be the matchup? And maybe some people worry more than others. I wasn't too worried. But a masterful drive, great use of the play action on that
Absolutely.
3rd and 1. To be able to get your second best receiver
wide
or your 1B wide open like that on the first drive, beautiful.
Yeah, and I really want to give kudos to Dorsey for that, because again, so many times we've seen. I mean, that hard bootleg is something that's always been in the
staple
playbook.
Yep.
So it's
sometimes it's the tight end.
Yeah, he runs that hard play action and roll out. So that linebacker and
whoever it is got to make a decision. Like Ramsey came up.
They came down aggressive.
Ramsey wasn't supposed to bite like that.
Yeah, he said, no, we're going to make this tackle, and that left Gabe wide open. So,
and you want to know why that play worked so perfect with the Bills? Is that Josh Allen effect.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have a
Once
choice.
he's rolling, you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, is this guy rolling to get the first down?
Right. Because, again, if it's one-on-one and it's Josh in the corner.
Right, which we will talk about in a little bit.
That's not an amazing match.
Yeah, no, we like our.
I like my chances.
We like our chances.
You may get the tackle, but I'm falling forward.
Right. So that was beautiful. And like I said, from a stadium standpoint, that set it off right. Yeah. You know, the energy right then and there. We were already hyped up. But it's like, all right, boom, let's go.
Yeah, because
we in it now.
Again, there was a little bit of nerves coming to the game.
Of course,
because you got two heavyweights going at it. So
yeah, a lot of hype.
Going to play out. But when I saw the Bills drive down the field the way they did, that
it was like, oh, we
I said, oh man, I'm cool.
We here.
It's good.
Hey, why give me some water?
Yeah. All nerves were gone at that point. Yeah. So I said, oh, they're gonna be able to move the ball. So regardless of what the Rams do, offense is gonna be good.
Yeah, and you know, it's one thing to have a rough first half and kind of look like you're struggling.
Right.
But it's another when you saw the way that first half went and just be like, oh, that's just a couple inches away from doing what they got to do. Because the turnovers that they had, even though I hated the fumbles, all of that stuff was stuff that you could correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little drop by McKenzie that went into the player's hands.
Yeah, a little bit of a late throw.
A little bit of a late throw. I mean, a second. Yeah. But the NFL was that good. Yeah. And we do realize, especially as Bills fans, we know how those things in the past used to set us all the way back.
Right.
You know, three turnovers in the first half, we would have either been down by 20 or we would have been looking like a nervous wreck. Yeah. But this is a different team. This team understands, hey, as a defense, okay, they gave us the ball. Let's get the ball back.
Came back out and
let's make a stop.
21 straight.
Right. And as a defense, you know, overall, because we're getting into the game pretty much, as a defense, you can't be more excited about the direction of where that unit is going. We talked about the front line last week. We talked about it all summer, really. But how's that front four? How's that 8 going to look?
They showed it.
You know, how's Von Miller going to look fitting into that rotation?
Man. It was a
beautiful thing. And I don't think there's no questions now. Now it's pretty much, you know, can they do it every week? But
again, you don't expect 7 sacks every week.
No, you're not going to do that.
That's not,
the team's going to find different ways.
Right. That's not a sustainable thing. However, they can't get 3 a game.
They got some tough
4 games.
Listen, man, we talked about it for months.
Consistent pressure with just the 4.
Right. We talked about it for months. It's
if they can get that type of consistent pressure without having the blitz.
Right.
That just takes that defense to a whole new level.
Right. And to me, that's been the conversation. Like I said, since Jordan Phillips came over, since they got Daquan Jones, since they got Tim Settle, was how are you going to be able to consistently stay in front of these guys? Because these are guys, I mean, half of them are over 320.
Right. Yeah, they added some serious strength.
Yeah. And then you throw in, the lightest guy that you grabbed in the offseason just happens to be a Hall of Famer.
Right, 70 Von Miller.
Yeah, the guy who's 255, 260.
D-tackle
he's the one who
is
probably your best run defender and probably, he is their best playmaker on that front line. So for you watching from home, how was it seeing Von Miller in that explosiveness?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, the versatility that he comes with from a pass rushing standpoint, like he has endless tools.
Right.
It's absolutely crazy. And That second sack that he had was an
When he went kind of went untouched.
Was an absolute thing of beauty.
A masterpiece. And I've seen the
literally pure perfection.
And I seen him mic'd up, and Group basically went to him and was like, "Yo, what did you just do on that?"
What the fuck was that? Like it really was.
He's like, "Yo, Hall of Fame shit." That's all Group could say because he's like, "Yo, what the fuck was that?"
The thing is, the bend that he can get while still maintaining his speed
is stupid.
Because the fact that he
you can't teach it though.
Bent that corner going around that tackle and then still accelerated on his way to the sack. I'm like, yo, how did you?
You can't teach it, bro.
That ghost rush,
man.
It
to me, and I always relate basketball and football together. It's almost trying to explain, like you got great shooters in the NBA, right? And then you got 2 or 3 guys, and that's Steph, Dame, and Clay. These are my guys. Really Steph and Dame for me. Yeah. But Steph, these guys have an uncanny ability of being able to get a shot off no matter where they're at, off the dribble.
Right.
And it's something that you can't explain. Mm-hmm. They can't even explain it to you. Like, they can probably show you, and that's the thing with Von Miller. He can probably show you his moves, but only him and maybe, I don't even know who else, but only he will be able to do it.
No one else pulling up from 40, like Steph and Dame.
Off the dribble.
I'm good.
And you can practice it all you want. But it goes back to me, and I've always said this about some players. Some people are game time players. Some people are prime time players. Some people ain't.
Right.
You know, they might be a regular season.
Yeah, but things different when those lights come on.
When the light, and that's what, I remember having this convo with somebody real quick. And we were talking about how many sacks Von Miller would have. And the thing was, most people are around 6 to 7 to 8, maybe. And I was looking at boys. I said, yo, fam, y'all don't think my man going to crack 9, 10, 11? I said, the Bills got 5, 6 primetime games. Right. Well, and I looked at the big games. I said, yo, we got 5, 6 games on prime time.
You don't think you're going to show up for those?
He's just going to come away with 6 and 17 games or 7 and 17 games,
right,
and 6 of them on prime time?
Right.
Child, please.
Yeah.
Von Miller is Mr. Prime Time. Like, I don't know.
I was literally in awe watching him rush.
Come on, man.
Again, he can go with a speed rush, and all of a sudden, 2 hands to the chest, power rush, 320
power rush
on his heels. I'm like, yo, this is.
And on pivotal drives too, because you got to think about it. Both sacks really came at good times for the Bills because they were trying to get that right, and they were trying to keep that momentum. You know, offense either scored or even if the offense turned the ball over, here come Von to be like, oh no, it's 2nd and 20 now, or oh no, now you got 3rd and 17.
Oh, you thought you had something,
right? Oh, you do this little fake reverse run with Cooper Kupp. Oh, now it's a loss of 4.
Right, I got you. Thanks, Coop.
So it's just like. You know, and then me live seeing it, it was just like, wow.
Yeah, that's
we really got one of those.
Like, this is really.
Yeah, we got one. Like, we got the safeties, right?
Yeah, St. John Miller.
Right.
Like, whatever man had over the years. This is Von Miller on the Bills. And it's crazy to see the impact that he has on the rest of the line.
Yeah, man.
So just his presence alone allows everyone else around him to eat.
And it's the confidence, too. And you can see it in the young guys.
And this is without Ed Oliver for the most part.
Come on. And that's why I told somebody, I said, Von ain't even play the second half. He limped out there for a couple joints, and it was like, I'm out. So no Von, no Shaq. Shaq was inactive. And that's another thing. Like, y'all don't realize we got dudes who are starter capable.
Coming off the bench. Not even.
Or not even dressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got wide receivers not even dressing who could play on your squad. Khalil Shakir is in a sweatsuit.
Yep.
And he could probably get shaken. You know what I mean? Like, but it goes back to, again, what we've been saying from day one and what the experts have been trying to tell people who are like, wait, are we too high on the Bills?
Shit.
This team is deep as hell. If there's any other takeaway I got from Thursday, it was that. Like, we are legit deep.
And this is still without Trey.
Right. Oh, my gosh. Don't get me started. He was on the sideline. I'm seeing him going back and forth. I'm just like, dude, you know you good, dude.
Right. Come on,
yo.
Like, yo, y'all ain't have to put my man on the
bro,
like,
on the mic'd up joint.
I know you ready.
I seen him moving around, joking with Cal. I'm like, yo, Trey.
Yo, knee check, fam.
Yo, I'm like, yo, Trey, you teasing us, bro. At least hide from the camera or something.
Like, yo, you know you ready. Stop. I don't want to hear none of that. They're like, yo, just rest up, dog.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you like this, though. I will be, and this is probably a long shot, I will be super excited if he can suit up for that Kansas City game.
Man, I hope so.
Now, it may end up being Green Bay because that's after the bye. So what may make sense health-wise is Green Bay. But for my greedy needs and probably for a lot of other fans, give me him in Kansas City, man. Especially the way Patrick Mahomes looking too. And we'll get to around the league, but Pat looks like he's fine.
I don't know why anybody's surprised.
I listen. Hey, I have my little doubts.
So many people like, Chargers gonna get the
I
pick.
have my little doubts.
So yeah, I still don't know.
I have my little doubts.
I'm like,
and they play this Thursday, so that'll be a good one to watch.
I know Pat Mahomes still there, right?
Right.
Everybody, no, the Chiefs gone. They ain't got Tyreek. I'm like, they got the best quarterback in the
Hey
league,
man, you right. Listen, until Josh get that Super Bowl, y'all got to remember who QB1 is, and that's all respect to everything that we saw from Josh.
Yeah, I don't care what order you put him in. Flip a coin.
Yeah, you can flip a coin, but
either way,
I'm saying right now, the guy who got an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm cool with him being QB1.
I have no issue with that.
And we'll leave it at that. But did you have a favorite play of the game? Obviously there were so many that we could choose from.
Man,
was there a favorite play from you?
It's probably got to be the touchdown to Diggs.
Okay, yeah. That was...
Again, anytime the shit on Ramsey is a beautiful moment. But again, the fact that you see the versatility of that offense. They've been giving what the defense taking what the defense gave them all day. They were in a two deep safety look all game, giving them the quick short to intermediate routes all day.
Right.
They drop that safety down on that look, 1-on-1, what you do? Right over the top. So it gives the defense so much to look at, like, yo,
right,
pick your poison. We can sit in the shell all day and Josh and the offense show we can be patient.
It's tough, man.
And slowly work our way up the field. But if you want to bring a safety down, you want to go one safety high.
Right.
All right, now let me show Davis get loose. Because, there was a couple long passes as soon as they came out of that two deep shell.
Oh, man.
They went right over the top.
Oh, man. Because,
being able to see Josh running to the sideline and just with the lightest flick of the wrist dropping 50 yards down the field. Again, it's a thing of beauty.
It's a thing of beauty, and I think that, from an excitement level, I can go with that because I think the crowd, right? Because, we like bully ball. And anytime you got a quarterback who can be the type to put that type of on a run. It was disrespectful, and I think that was game changing. Because I remember telling somebody
that man, mama was watching.
Everybody watching.
Got a girl or a wife.
He might got kids. He might got kids at home.
My daughter that saw me get stepped out of bounds.
So we looking at that play in the beginning of the third quarter, and I felt it was such a tone setter. The Diggs one was great because it was like the nail in the coffin. Like that was like, game over.
Yeah,
the stiff iron was more so like, oh yeah, I'm here. And
y'all about to get this work.
And y'all about to get this work because it was just me and you, first down marker right there. Now I could run you over in a straight line,
right?
But he said, you know what? I'm gonna be polite with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the first down. I'm gonna run out of bounds.
I was trying to get out of bounds, but now you.
But since you want to chase me,
I got you. I got you.
I got 5 things for you, and that's what I mean.
So I'm gonna give you what you want.
You know what I mean? So.
What you want.
And to do it on national television, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's watching.
Yeah, that definitely set the tone. You know who else set the tone? Which he does quite often is that boy Motor. Yeah, listen. When he gets that ball in his hand, he seeks that contact out.
RB1.
He throw that dead leg out, drop that shoulder, and he's running over corners.
I think he ended the game 6 yards of carry, man.
Yeah, 6 yards of carry.
I want to see more. I want to see more, and I hope that this week against Tennessee, we're playing a more physical team. We get to see more Motor because he is clearly, and I said it last year in the last 6 or 7 games, he's clearly their best running back. And we know Cook is going to do great things.
Yeah,
I don't got no issues, whatever. But right now, for my money, get that man Motor the ball. Let him do what he do. He going to get you 5-6 yards every time, and he good in the passing game. So, definitely like what you said there because I loved what Motor did. Had a couple runs where, like you said, lowered the shoulder, boom, first down.
Such a low balance runner. He's hard to get on the ground. It's just nonstop broken and missed tackles.
Yeah, man.
Like his wiggle is so deceptive. Like he's not like as ankle breaking as like Shady or like a Barry Sanders.
Right.
But his his wiggle is just as effective.
Right.
Like he's very elusive for a dude that's not even that fast.
Right.
But he got the jump
quick.
cut, he got the quick hitter. And he can still drop the shoulder.
And he still got that toughness in him. So shout out to Motor. I also do want to say one of my unsung heroes of the game was Jordan Phillips. And I don't think that was quiet. I don't think that's like no secret, but
it's the energy he brings.
I mean, dog. Crazy. I mean, you could just tell the difference of just having him on the field does for the whole D line.
He acted like it was 2019. Like ain't nothing happened. Like I'm back.
Like he never left. You know what I mean? 300. We talking about a guy that's
that spin move on that sack.
Stupid.
Bro, you like 340.
And the thing I hated though, being in that arena, they weren't showing replays like that.
Of course not.
So we really had to wait until we got home. Like, and I had to I taped the game, so I was able to watch it from the tape. But like at the stadium, I'm trying to relook at some of these plays. I'm like, yo, how the hell did he get there that quick?
Listen, I see why he got passed. There's no reason why that guard should have even been expecting that move.
Right.
Like,
it's one-on-one. He's going inside, so I knew like, oh, okay, boom. Next thing you know, a nigga says zink with no help. And that be the thing. Man, it was one-on-one.
Yeah, that was a bad rep for him. That was slightly embarrassing.
And Tennessee got more coming too, because remember now, the last time he played the Titans in the Bills uniform, he had like 3 sacks.
Yeah, him and
Shaq went off, and then they were going at Luan.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it probably still a bitter taste in
hashtag fuck Luan season. Taylor
Lewan. But nah, it'll be fun, man. And we look forward to that matchup. They're next on the schedule. So what do you think this week will be the most important key to them getting that W?
This week, listen, at the end of the day, it's all about moving the ball and scoring points.
Right.
Can that offense continue and pick up where they left off? Mm-hmm. Can they continue being versatile? Can they continue being creative from a personnel standpoint? Can they protect Josh Allen?
Definitely got to do that. Simmons is right there in the middle.
Again, you going from Aaron Donald, who is the best of the best, to Jeffrey Simmons, who
top 5. He's top 5 in the
Aaron
league
Donald's
right now.
in a tier of his own.
Right. And then you got Simmons.
Down, Simmons is squarely on
top
there.
5,
so,
man. He's
again,
top 5.
Those guards and Morris, they got their hands full again. So
the thing I do like about that though is Saffold has played against Simmons in practice
for years.
The last 3 years. Yeah. And I think that experience and that knowledge, he might be able to help. Hey, this is what Simmons like to do, blah, blah, blah. And he can help Dawkins out too, because we know what Simmons did to Dawkins last time.
And Tennessee's, they're down 2 D linemen.
They're down 2 D linemen. Definitely one of their best pass rushers. So I think that the offense, like you said, continuing that groove.
Yeah, I want to see them try to get Cook involved a little more.
Well, I think that's a given.
They had the fumble. And,
for sure. I think that's going to be a given because I think the coaches want to let him know, yo, we got you.
Yeah.
We got your back. Yeah. Don't worry.
Like, sit on down for now.
Yeah, sit on down for now, but we're going to get you because he still appeared in the game. He just didn't get no more touches.
People were like, why is Zach Moss getting so much touch? I'm like, those are supposed to be Cook's touches.
Right. Pretty
much.
But
your boy fumbled.
But your boy fumbled. And then Moss fucked around and fumbled at the end.
At the end. And he wasn't even, he was getting dirty yards. So, like, he wasn't breaking them, but he was getting high. He was running the ball fine. He was getting dirty yards.
But nothing explosive.
Yards, but nothing. He was doing his job.
He was doing what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But the 2022, 2023 Bills, we're trying to look for more explosive plays from that position.
I'm expecting Cook to get a lot.
So we're expecting Cook, right. Yeah. So Cook in space, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm hoping Quentin Morris is back because I honestly I think that adds a different dynamic.
Oh, definitely the Sweeney. Yeah,
Sweeney is.
He's just going to get what you're going to get. Right.
I don't know.
Basically, that's it.
Howard over Sweeney. I don't know if I said that on way back when.
Hey, I was cool with Howard too. I said it. I don't need Howard to be Alabama Howard. Just give me him for the red zone targets, which we saw he did in Houston this past week. Mm-hmm. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's all I wanted for him. I said, hey.
Yeah, I don't need much.
Shit, you 6'6".
Jump and catch the ball.
So I was kind of disappointed we let him go, but,
I'm also not losing any sleep, though.
All right. No.
Because, again, he would have been the 7th, 8th option. So, like,
we so deep, man. We talk about it too much. We're so deep. I will say one of my keys for this game, and it seems like an easy one to go for, is just definitely Henry. I just want to see them and I got faith in our D-line, so this is not even like a concern. It's just stop him, we blow him out by 30.
Yeah. Because the thing is, as a whole, he hasn't really run wild against the Bills.
No.
He has a long run, and the rest
he'll break one. Yeah.
He's just 3 yards a pop,
Right.
a pop. So it's containing him from that big run.
Right.
And the what's giving the Bills the most trouble against Tennessee was A.J. Brown and Julio
a little bit.
But it's the bigger receivers that they had and no longer have is what was giving them more trouble. So,
yeah.
I mean, Tennessee, they run the ball way too much.
Right, they do. And sometimes...
Way too much.
And sometimes that's their weakness.
Yeah.
In clutch moments is that they lean on it too much.
Yeah, last year when Henry was hurt, like I thought their offense was better without Henry because they weren't relying on the run.
They weren't focusing on trying to feed him
is
100 times.
Not a bad quarterback.
He really is not.
But
you're a top 15.
They just rely on Henry to do. I mean, it's not 1976 no more.
And Vrabel is stuck in that.
No, and I'm happy because
we love it. We love it. I mean,
as good as they
you know what I mean,
be.
right? Because they have the players to be a top. And don't get me wrong, when you look at the standings, they have been a top 4 team in the standings the last 4 years.
They're still getting wins.
So they're still getting wins. I think that what we are talking about is to get to that next tier.
Yeah.
Because they're going to stay in tier 2 and tier 3.
Yeah, they'll be there.
As long as Vrabel is over there. Cool. That's cute. But if you want to get to that Buffalo, that Kansas City, which is really just them two right now, if you want to get to that tier 1, you got to be able to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just be so non-predictable. That's the word I'm really looking for. Because the reason why, to me, I think Kansas City was able to do the damage they did in week 1, and we'll see how the Chargers handle it this week, is because no one knew what to expect. And I think the Cardinals were just caught off guard. They're like, what the fuck?
The Cardinals are trash. But
they are. I mean, I don't really know what's wrong with Arizona.
Because they got no leadership, man.
That could
from
be
the top down. From the coach to the quarterback.
That could very well be
trash.
That could very well be it. But, Tennessee, not really scared of them.
And you know what I really like about this matchup now? Buffalo's defense is way more physical than it's been.
Way more physical.
In years. So,
years past, you'd be like, oh, my gosh, they're going to kind of
you want to come heavy and run Derrick Henry 25 times a game? Okay.
Yeah. Right to Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, and Jordan Phillips, and Ed Oliver.
They bring that. All right.
Ingy. Or you want to run to the edge with George Rousseau? I mean, Greg Rousseau.
And I don't have to worry about A.J. Brown? Okay.
Yeah.
And
because I think this is the game where you may start Elam. You may.
Start whatever you want.
You can start whoever you want. But the only reason why I say that is because you don't now have to worry about, we're going to play a lot of zones, so let's go with Benford. Because Benford came from that foundation.
Yeah.
He know how to read the zone, blah, blah. And I think that was great for him to start in L.A. because, number one, it was great exposure for the 6th-rounder.
Yeah.
But also, hey, if that's what he's comfortable with, cool, put him out there.
And they split reps.
It's
pretty much 50-50.
This one, I'm going to be leaning more a little toward, because I want to see some physicality at the line of scrimmage because guess what? It's a lot of play action. Mm-hmm. So if you're bringing guys up closer to the line of scrimmage, you want your corners and you want your safeties to be a little bit more physical. Oh, yeah. Be a little more physical. And even the runs to the outside. You want your guys to tackle. So it'll be interesting to see how they do the rotation again.
Yeah, but
I'm cool with either.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the defense plays against Tennessee. This is more from a strategy standpoint.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the deep threat that you did in A.J. Brown like you used to. I mean, you roll in Robert Woods, who's more of a possession across the middle, intermediate receiver. I mean, you got Traylon Burks, who's a rookie, so it's a bit unpredictable. So, but you really don't have that true downfield threat yet.
Right.
So, man, I'm curious. The Bills are gonna sit back and two safeties.
I'm playing everything up.
Am I bringing Poyer down closer into the box?
Maybe.
Or
do your man Bernard get some snaps?
He might.
Just a couple. You know what I mean? They're gonna stay nickel for 90% of the shit. I think last week they said they did all snaps nickel. But maybe this is a week where we might.
Bernard had one snap.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But it is what it is. I mean, he can be my secret weapon. My third.
I don't need to force him to be on the field.
Right. No.
If our base defense, which is nickel, is rocking, then he's gonna rock in nickel.
Right, but we excuse me. We may see that though. We may see a little Bernard. We may fuck around. May see Saran Neal. That's on defense. But either way, like I said, my key is stop Henry.
Yeah.
And don't let him be the reason why they stick around. Because I don't really see it being an upset, but don't let him be the reason why the game is close in the fourth quarter.
Right, because again, if the Bills can make Tennessee one-dimensional,
Forget about it.
It is absolutely a wrap.
Forget about
again,
it.
I really don't think this game is going to be close.
It is not.
Because
2022
Bills is not a good matchup for the 2022 Titans.
We move too quick. This is the no punt squad. You know, we move. We are Kansas City with I don't know, prime Cam at quarterback. Like, this is like we on steroids. Like, this is an offense where, you know, 7-8 years ago as a Bills fan, you dreamed about. You got this quarterback with a huge arm who can run you over, with a number 1 wide receiver who's top 5, with a number 2 wide receiver who can get open at any given point in time.
Best twos in the league.
With 2 slots who you can go to whenever.
With very different skill sets.
Which is perfect in this day and age because, I got a slot here for the zone. I got a slot here for man. Whatever you want to do. And then I got another backup slot who we can activate him whenever. And Khalil Shakir.
Throw Cook out there too.
Right. Whatever you want me to do. You want my tight end? You want my tight end split out? All right.
You want Motor to go out there? So fuck it.
You know, so it's so many options, and like you said, I don't really see Tennessee being able to match up.
Yeah, it's not a good match for them.
It's not a good match because as physical as you want to be, when a team like Buffalo comes to play you, you know, what's that physicality really doing? Right. You know, when we're spreading you out, pause. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But from a defensive standpoint, I can match that physicality. Mm-hmm. And then some at this point.
Right.
Because what I'm bringing just from a D-line standpoint alone, there's some dogs down there.
There's some dogs.
It's a lot of dogs.
And that play action not really going to work on a guy like Von either. Yeah, that play. I'm coming. The thing about Von that I love, he's like, I'm coming off the edge regardless. Right. So whether you want to hand it off or not, I'm going to be in the backfield. Yeah. So you better hope that you took the handoff or whatever.
I got people behind me. They can get him.
Von don't give, and that's one thing I appreciate about this game. He's not trying to win every rep. He is so smart where he like, dog, and I remember he said this in an interview. He told the young cats, like, yo, you're not going to get a sack every play. You know, you may get 1 or 2, and you got to live with that. But he was like, you're not going to win every rep. So, boom, you take what you can, you work on what you can, and you get up out of there. And I saw that a couple times.
Yeah. There's so many times that he is setting you up for a move, not even for this one, not even for the next one, but
because he did that on the bull rush sack.
You see the speed rush? All right, cool. I'm bringing the speed rush again. All right, now it's 3rd and 7. All right, cool. I'm gonna fake that speed right in your chest.
I'm coming right at your chest. And then when you think you got him figured out, because he ain't even hit this one yet in week 1, and I think I heard him say it in the mic'd up or whatever. He like, dog, I got some sick shit. Mm-hmm. Like he just telling like, yo, I got some sick. Like I ain't pull it out yet, but dog, like I'm just imagining him. And whatever game you want to pick, just coming off the edge, showing dudes a couple moves on 1st and 2nd down, 3rd down, then hitting them with the ultimate spin move. Yeah. Or the boom boom. Yeah. Fake.
And they weren't even running any stunts. They were just straight beating their man.
Beating their man, bro.
Just 1-on-1. Beating double teams.
Good luck.
Everybody ate. And again, I'm saying that's without Ed Oliver.
Without Ed Oliver, with Shaq wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah, like, man. I'm like, yo, man, I'm mad Ed couldn't get on that sack party.
Me too. Because I know it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had that good play on that run play. I think he had a loss for like 4 or something.
Bro, he stopped my man with an arm. Henderson really ran into the arm and got stood up. Yeah. I'm like, oh, Ed, you bringing that type of power now?
And like,
we on the one arm shit? With a blocker still on you? I said, oh.
Ed got some shit, man. And that's why I say it's going to be
this point.
It's going to be an exciting defense to watch. Like, because it's one thing to be the number 1 defense statistically.
Right.
And it's a different thing to be a dominant defense. Yeah. Like last year, to me, they weren't a dominant defense. They were
in moments. Yeah.
They had moments, but for the most part, they were an opportunistic, but a very disciplined defense. Yeah. So you weren't going to get nothing over the top. Any tip balls were getting picked off.
Yeah, but when it's really time to make a stop, it wasn't.
There wasn't. You know what I mean? So this is the year I feel like this will be the year when, like they did in the 3rd and 4th quarter, this past game is, when we want to switch the momentum, we going to make a play.
Oh, yeah.
We going to make a play.
Like the fact that Edmonds and Milano was able to move freely for the
just
most
freely.
part.
just chilling.
Just not tied up.
Right.
Able to just come down.
Right. I think both of them, at least both of them had at least one stop for no gain.
Yeah.
I like the one Milano had for a loss in the backfield.
Yeah, was that aggression. Yeah. Tremaine had a nice tackle for loss. He shot that gap. Caught him there early.
Yep. Listen, man. We in football heaven here. I mean, it's only 1 week.
Yeah.
And we definitely gonna keep it well balanced.
Yeah,
but
the energy in the stadium is about to be crazy on my
Oh my God. And that's the thing too, because you went to the game, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen, man. Well, you know where to find us at. Yeah. If you need a shot. If you need a shot or two, I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'll find you before the game.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a beautiful game, man. What are you looking forward to most outside of just the football field stuff?
I'm just excited. It's home opener, baby. It's supposed to be a high 84.
Right.
Weather's supposed to be nice.
Right.
Monday night under the lights.
Right.
Tailgating, food on the grill. It's back to football season.
Yeah, and
being back at the Ralph. Being back at man, what the hell was that in right now?
Man, the Cap, New Era, whatever they call that shit.
No, Highmark.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and being at Highmark Stadium.
Highmark Stadium.
That excitement alone, nothing beats the excitement of week, or not always week 1, but of that home opener. So I'm just excited.
And prime time. We haven't had a prime time opener probably since that Jets Rex Ryan joint. I remember coming home for one. I think it was like 2013 or 2014.
Sheesh.
Yeah, this is going way back. We did one on a Thursday night, and this was I want to say Nikel Roby or somebody ran a pickback. Marquise Goodwin caught a long touchdown.
No, the fumbled the kickoff and he ran.
Somebody did something like that, yeah. So we haven't had a home opener on prime time since
it's been some time
since that moment. But the Rex Ryan era was the Rex Ryan era. We over that. We on my man McDermott with his 50 career wins.
Yeah. What was outside of Bills? What was some of the stuff across the league that
caught my eye? Shout out to Pittsburgh for holding me down with my upset alert.
You did call that one.
Cleveland failed me though,
bro.
Cleveland failed me. But go ahead. I mean, no, not Cleveland failed me. Carolina failed me, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, they couldn't hold on.
Yeah.
That Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game was one of the craziest games I've ever seen.
It really was.
Like, this back and forth.
Yeah.
Big play after big play.
Couple questionable calls.
Missed kick after missed kick.
Right.
Block kicks.
It was
touchdowns that were touchdown, but they ain't challenging it.
AFC North shit.
Touchdown.
AFC North shit.
I'm sitting there like, yo, y'all don't even want to win.
Nobody wants to win. And that happened a couple times around the league, but definitely that game. Like Houston and Colts went through something similar. But that was dramatic.
And Cincinnati had five turnovers.
Oh my God. And that's kind of why I was rooting for Steelers, because I'm like, y'all don't even deserve to win. Talking about the Bengals.
Steelers ain't deserve to win.
Right. Both teams.
Bro, you get 5 turnovers and still barely win.
But that shows you the gap in talent, right?
Absolutely.
Like, Steelers snuck that win.
Yeah.
But Steelers ain't winning no more than 7 games.
Yeah, they didn't deserve that one. They'll get their wins, but Cincinnati, they showed up. But, that was without T. Higgins, too.
Yeah. But, man, some of them interceptions, like, bruh.
Yeah, but what I noticed is they spent a lot of money on that line, but it did not make a difference. So
I think they had 7 sacks, Pittsburgh.
It's just week 1, but if they don't
figure out overreaction alert, is Cincy in trouble?
I'm not going to say they're in trouble, but the team as a whole is not on alert. But that O-line,
but you want to know what?
If they don't figure that out, they're not going to.
Here's why I like the upset too, because that's already one loss in the column for Cincy and an AFC loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what we're chasing right now is that AFC 1 seed. Yeah. So when I was looking around, flicking through the channels, and we watching Red Zone and all that, I'm like, which one of these top AFC teams gonna fall off? Okay, boom, Tennessee. All right. Oh, Cincy, you struggling? Oh, okay,
Indy
cool.
With a tie.
Indy with a tie.
And I'm like, yo.
Okay, hey, you supposed to be one of the top 5 teams in the AFC? Okay, say no more.
Yo, I will say, Denver has let me down, bro. I think this whole podcast I've been on the Denver train.
And Baltimore, you mentioned Baltimore, so that you
Baltimore, I'm so fine. I still feel
right.
Baltimore. I'm like, but keep an eye on Denver. They got the receivers, they got the quarterback, they got the running back, they got the defense.
They was looking sad.
Listen, I'm at a point right now. Like, first of all, Nate Hackett.
I'm pouring, y'all. I'll be back.
If I was a Denver fan, I'm already calling for his head. just from the end of that game alone, yeah.
All right, I got you. Like, I'm doing 2 things at once.
Just on the end of that game alone, I'm watching that Denver game. I'm like, yo, Nate Hackett, Yo, a 10-year-old on Madden can
Right.
have better play calling and better time management than this. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
that was bad.
You trade for a quarterback and give up a ton of assets for him. You give him $240 million in a brand new contract, but you don't trust him to get a 4th and 5, and you're gonna go for a 64-yard kick.
You have 50. You have 50. Let's even just say 50. Forget about the actual amount.
It's even more than that.
Right. You have 50 seconds with 3 timeouts at the 45-yard line. One simple timeout just to be like, you know what? Let's get something straight. Let's figure something out. One quick timeout. Cool. You waited until there was what? Less than 20 seconds on the clock?
You burned 30 seconds doing nothing. I'm like, yo, what
and I'm just like, I'm glad I'm not a Denver fan. I saw Shannon Sharp watching it, and
if I was
he a
a
Bronco
Denver fan, I'd be like, yo, man, fuck this team, fuck this coach.
And the thing is with me too, watching that game, because I was
to
watching
Seattle.
it, right? Because I was watching it for fantasy purposes, a little bit of FanDuel, but I was just more confused. Like, dog, y'all got 4, like even without Tim Patrick,
why
y'all
did it
got
take
4
so
wide
long to
receivers.
find a receiver?
Y'all got 4 wide receivers who should not have a difficult time getting open.
They don't.
And why are y'all struggling to move the ball?
I'm a fan of Javonte Williams. He's a really good running back.
Yeah, but y'all don't have to
Why
run him into
does he have 11 catches?
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Why does he have 11
That's
catches
nasty.
and Jerry Jeudy got like 4?
Right, and
Cortland Sutton got like 3.
and what is that play calling? Because to me, and we remember these days as Bills fans with the
Trent Edwards shit right there.
where the option is always, if your read not there, dump it off to the running back. Oh, if you're first, okay, if dump it to the running back.
11? I saw that stat
But you
line.
can't. You
I'm
do
like,
that with maybe a rookie.
but
not-
not when you gave 240.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's where that falls on Hackett.
That team looked completely unprepared to play. They looked like they wasn't ready.
And it don't even got nothing to do with being on the road or nothing.
No.
Like, I don't care nothing about the Seattle
Seattle's
12s, none of that
loud.
shit.
Yes, it's a loud stadium.
Yeah, that's cute. Tyrod went to Seattle and balled out.
Right. But again, you have supposedly a top, arguably top 5, but guaranteed top 10 quarterback in the league.
And they got a top 5 receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody gonna argue against Jared Jeudy, what's his name? Cortland Sutton.
KJ Hamler.
KJ Hamler.
They had players all up and down the roster. And I'm like, yo, y'all really struck. And, I mean, Grant, I don't even like Jamal Adams, and he out the game.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like, you're playing a short-handed Seattle defense.
If y'all don't know what to do with some of them motherfuckers, you can trade them over here.
Yeah, so I'm at the point now, like, Denver done.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now,
Not done as
they're
the
not
season's
done,
over,
but
they're not here.
when you see in Kansas City look the way they do, when you see the
Chargers
Chargers
can't
look the
ball
way they
out.
do, Raiders were close enough, even though they still look sloppy.
Hey, Kyra's still
Oh
coming.
my gosh, I will
listen.
say you did.
I was watching the game.
You
I'm
told
like,
me
yo,
all summer.
I said Kyra's being Derek Carr.
I definitely thought about it after the fact. I'm like, this is why motherfuckers don't be trusting the Raiders because
Yeah. 'Cause
you got a veteran quarterback with all the talent in the world around him, still throwing dumb passes, and I'm just like, bruh, like,
Why would you even throw that ball? I was watching the game with my brother. He was grabbing a drink. I'm like, yep, Derek Carr's doing another pick. I told you. This will forever be this half of the podcast will forever be a Derek Carr slandering because I just do
Ain't nothing
not
wrong with that.
Like him as a quarterback.
Yeah, he
He's
wild.
as average can be.
he wild. He a wild boy. That's what he really is. He
But
reminds
gets
me
so
of
much
Philip
of a
Rivers.
leash that most quarterbacks don't get.
He's and I know they're not that big of an age difference. He's like the Philip Rivers of like the last 5 or 6 years, where he can get away with throwing for 4,000 yards, 30
Nothing to
touchdowns,
show for.
and then absolutely when you need him most, something weird is going to happen, something nasty is going to happen, a pick, just.
Yeah, there was a couple teams that just looked bad. Green Bay looked terrible.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. Aaron Rodgers rolling his eyes in the first quarter.
Yeah, dude dropped that easy touchdown.
I'm like, yo, Aaron Rodgers,
Because you know what it is? He said it in practice. He said it in training camp. These young motherfuckers got to get it together. And then you go out there in week 1, and he throws you a perfect dime
wide open
for a long touchdown, and you just looking at your hands like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
You know you playing with one of the best quarterbacks of all time, right? And you cannot drop passes, or he's not throwing your way no more.
Yeah, he didn't look good at all.
So
line didn't protect him. He taking sacks. Left
oh
and
my
right.
god. So that was definitely disappointing.
They running AJ Dillon like he Aaron Jones.
He on my fantasy team too, but yeah.
I'm like, yo, why does Dillon have like 8 more carries than Jones? Why y'all running the offense through Dillon right now? Yeah, like Aaron Jones ain't that guy.
That's my fantasy running back though. So, yeah.
But he still ain't get you no stats.
Nah, he did. He was on my bench though, so I ain't really care.
Man.
I'm thinking about starting him this week though, just because of that.
I'm sitting there like, yo, y'all.
I'm thinking about starting him though.
Yeah,
But
want to do.
so that was around the league. I'm trying to think of anything else that was eye popping. Like
Dallas looked terrible.
Yeah, and then they got Dak.
And they got Dak hurt.
Dallas gonna forever be Dallas though.
And I still stand by my fact, and I'm not getting off this boat. Tony Pollard is a better running back.
I was hoping he was gonna do something too, because I had him on one of my joints.
Yeah, I'm sticking to that. Who else looked bad? New England. Man, I'm watching that game like this is worse than I was expecting.
Y'all gonna put this in the same division as the Bills?
I'm sitting there like, oh, this is what y'all rolling out.
Yeah, and listen, the reporters have been saying that. And remember now, a month ago they were trying to downplay it.
But Boston reporters were all like, no, this is some of the worst we've ever seen. No one on that defense is able to make a play besides Judon. I know he got to feel terrible for signing that big old contract. Like, yo, what the hell was happening?
Man, listen, because he thought he was going. Hey, I'm going to one of the greatest coaches of all time. Shit gonna work out.
He should have heard through the grapevine that Tom wasn't coming back.
Thomas was not coming back. So New England struggled.
Yeah,
Miami looked decent, but
they scored 1 touchdown. That's what kind of get me. Like, they looked fine, but they also didn't really need to put their foot on the pedal like that.
But what do the Bills do?
Doing nothing.
But what?
Yeah, they weren't playing the Bills though.
I know, but I'm just saying. No,
against the Bills, they got to keep pushing that.
Here's what I'm saying is that. So, and this is why you got the different tiers in the NFL. So in tier 1 of the NFL, you got those NFL teams, and there's only about 4 or 5 of them. Who, when they get that, it might you damn sure right. You got those teams though that had where Miami had New England. If they was in that tier, you know what that score would have been, right?
Yeah.
Like 48-7.
Yeah. So Miami is always good enough. Because I think they're good enough to always be in the mix, but not really good enough to make any noise.
Right.
They'll be fringe playoff team. They may sniff a division every now and again, but they're really not gonna be a threat.
But why is that?
Win the conference
because you're getting there.
Because
you look at what you got. You got talent, but it still comes back to who? The quarterback.
You got Tua.
Right.
Again, like their running game. Again, it's just week 1. I mean,
right.
Their running
it could
game
be some little overreaction.
Nothing there.
Yep.
McDonald is touted as a bit of an offensive guru with a very good running game, and that didn't show. I mean, their offense is still a bunch of 5-yard throws and let your receiver make people miss. I mean, they had a couple.
And what
shots.
does that also say?
Yeah, that's all I trust you with, or I just don't have the capability of pushing it downfield. So
whatever.
Again,
they're not scaring nobody.
Yeah, like against New England, you're gonna win. Against Pittsburgh, I mean that might get the job done. When you're playing against top tier teams,
Kansas City, Chargers, Buffalo,
that's not gonna get
Tampa
it done.
Bay.
Again, 1 week they still may have a lot more.
Even let me tell you something.
But
I will keep my eyes on Minnesota though.
Oh man, them boys.
I will keep my eyes on Minnesota.
Right now, that's their division. They showed up with a whole different coach.
Jay Jetta
with a completely different.
He said we're gonna use that receiver.
We got Jeff.
We got Jeff.
We gonna get him the ball.
That boy nice.
So if they can do that consistently, because Kirk Cousins again,
and they still got Dalvin Cook.
Not a terrible quarterback. He's probably at the
top 12,
bottom of tier 2.
Top 12.
Yeah, which is probably bottom. Of
Right.
So he's above average.
Yeah,
but he can get the job done. But if they can roll out an offense where they're not relying on Dalvin Cook too much, like the same way Tennessee relies on Henry too much. If they don't rely on that running game and allow Cousins to get the ball to Thielen and Jefferson, that offense, they gonna cook.
They gonna be nice.
Minnesota always rolls out a good defense.
Right. I can see them easily getting 10 to 12 wins.
Yeah, they can definitely win that division.
Like you said, if they stay on that consistent path where they stay balanced, but also that defense have to hold up their end of the bar, because I think their defense has been inconsistent to say the least over the last couple years. So they're gonna need that defense to play lights out. But They have the tools on offense to
Yeah,
really.
I think it'll be a tough matchup when the Bills play Minnesota.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fun game because that's gonna be
It's gonna be tough.
it's gonna be a lot of reunions there. You know,
That one's in Minnesota.
is it here?
This one here, no problem.
Here in Buffalo. So you got Jay Jetta and the Diggs connection. Harrison Phillips coming home.
Case Keenum, but hopefully he'll see the field.
Okay.
Better not, unless he just
Yeah,
hands the ball. off
you got the Cook brothers.
Yeah.
So that'll be a fun game just for all the ties right there. You know, it's still an NFC opponent, so I mean, if they do upset us,
Whatever.
I'm not gonna lose sleep.
Yeah.
But you know, we got a fun schedule, and that's the one thing. Like, I know the second half isn't as exciting as the first half of the schedule, but
we see a lot of good players, so we're gonna be witnessing some of the top tier talent.
Lamar Jackson coming up.
Yeah.
Obviously Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, who we can't get away from.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry this coming week.
Even seeing Tyreek Hill again.
Tyreek
as we
Hill.
always do. Cincinnati's coming through. Or
Right
Cincinnati.
at the end of the year, so it's lovely to be a Bills fan and obviously not only enjoy being a tier 1 team, but also enjoy playing against some great talent. I know I did want to say before we, close in on an hour, do we have any predictions for upsets in week 2, and then we can give our prediction for our Bills and Titans game. So did we have anything for week 2 that you wanted to call out as a surprise win?
Bills related?
We'll do the Bills one last. We'll do a Bills score. But looking ahead at week 2, do you got any games that's like, you know what? Watch out for the Giants in week 2, because shout out to Dable on that one too. I don't know if we mentioned that.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What's up?
I'm gonna go Jacksonville over Indy. That's my upset of the week.
Sneaky.
I wasn't impressed with Indy at all. I mean, they had a nice comeback.
Okay.
But I don't trust Indy yet. I mean, they have talent left and right. They have a good team. But I'm looking to see if Jacksonville, because they had a good first half. They came out and put some points up early. Can they find that again this week? Learn how to close and seal the deal this week. But I think they can. I think they can pull something off against Indy.
Okay, I like that one. I'm kind of stuck on this one because I'm almost looking at the schedule next week and seeing that a lot of these games are pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was gonna go for one, this is tough. I like that Minnesota Eagles game too, but there's no real upset between the two.
Not at all.
But that's a nice NFC matchup between two teams who I really feel like are gonna be contending for an NFC Championship berth at the end of the year. But
yeah, I say that especially since Tampa didn't look as good as I expected them to. Well, actually, I thought Dallas was going to beat them.
Right, and then the Rams.
Either way, Rams, I still think they're a good team. But the top tier talent in the NFC is not as heavy as AFC. So if Philly can get hot and Minnesota can get hot, they can be a top 2-3 seed in the NFC, and I wouldn't be surprised about it.
All right, so I got my upset. It's probably not a big of an upset as it should be, but I'll say Saints over Tampa. I like that one. I think the Saints are in that category kind of with Philly. I think Philly is a little bit above the Saints as far as where I have them in my rankings. But I think the Saints always play Tampa well. Mm-hmm. And I think, with some of the injuries that Tampa is dealing with,
their line,
Godwin
was suspect this
right,
week.
The line, Godwin, and the Saints just have such a good defense that I won't be surprised. Another sleeper one that I do have, and we'll see where it goes, is Jets over Cleveland. That's a dog game, man. I gotta throw that in there because
does that count? I mean, it's
it count? But
it's Jacoby Brissett at quarterback.
No disrespect to Jacoby, and it might be Joe Flacco.
It's still Jacoby Brissett.
So I'll stick with that Saints one though. I like Saints.
Jets ain't winning that game.
I ain't. That's why I call it an upset.
Nah, bro. Nick Chubb about to run for about 150.
Hey man, I said what I said. I gotta stick with it though. Yeah, I didn't already say.
Nick Chubb about to go off next week. I'm calling that. Nick Chubb 150 plus.
150 plus?
150 plus, 2 touchdowns plus.
All right,
it's not going to be Kareem Hunt with the touchdown. It's going to be Chubb 150, 2 touchdowns, two tutties.
So back to talking predictions, Bills, Titans, score-wise, what you got? Now, I already know who you got winning. I don't even think we got to say it.
So, before we go back, last week,
fault.
I think we had, my guess was 31-24. I got the 31 right, so I'm holding to that one.
I was 27-17, so I wasn't too far off. But
so
you got the 31.
I got the 31, so
you got the 31.
I was happy about that. This one, I don't think is going to be nearly as close. I think that Bills are going to be up early and then just coast to the finish line.
Right. I can see it.
Because if Buffalo gets up 2
and
scores,
if they feed off the energy too,
if they
like,
get up 2 scores somewhat early,
so
and they force Tennessee out of that.
And we're a tier 1 team, so we're going to blow them out.
There's
no mercy.
It's not going to be.
There's no mercy.
It's not going to be nice. So I got a feeling that this is going to be a big one.
Where you got? Don't be scared. Go ahead. Don't say, oh, you got to shut up.
42-17.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a big one.
Okay. So 42-17. I'm going 38-13.
Oh, shit. That's...
Yeah, we right there. We neck and neck. So, and both 25-point wins. That's funny, right? 38-13. Yeah.
I ain't do that math in my head. So, if you feel confident in that, then yes.
Yeah. Somewhere around there. You said 42-17?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25. Yeah, so 25-point wins from both of us. He got 42. I got 38. We'll see which one is closer.
But honestly, I think it'll be a big one.
Yeah.
And it's not to sound cocky.
No, definitely
or
not.
Homerish.
Definitely
I just
not, man.
really
This
don't
is real
think that
shit.
the matchup is a good one
It's
for
not.
Tennessee.
Especially when you look at how both teams play. You know, and we mentioned it before. Tennessee is more close to the vest. Hey, we're going to run the ball down your throat. And even if we're up by 10, we're going to run the ball down your throat. So, like, they don't change up the pace.
Right. And it's mostly to do with where the Bills improved the most this offseason, which is on the interior of that D-line.
Defense is stupid.
And with a team like Tennessee that's so run heavy, they don't have the foot on your throat.
They don't.
Ability, because it's just going to be slow plotting unless me and Henry breaks a long run.
Right.
That's always an option.
But the best teams in football right now have the ability to do both.
Yeah.
Right?
I can go down and score quick. I can go over
or
top.
I can slow it down.
Yeah.
Like we talked about the Bills this past week. The Bills were able to do the methodical game. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to put the safeties back? Oh, you want to play a little zone? Cool. Hey, that's cute. Hey, Jamison Crowder, I'm going to throw to you 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. And boom, we can do all of that. Oh, you want to bring the guys up? Say less. Hey, Gabe, go deep. Vroom. Like, this is a pick your poison kind of team. And when you talk about the defense like you did, the defense is different. They're still fundamentally sound, but they got more ball players up front who can attack you, who can make your life miserable.
Yeah, those gaps aren't going to be there the same way.
Bro, you got 330-pound dudes.
Much more physical front.
Who are more athletic than Harrison Phillips, who are more athletic than Star Latulele. Shout out to them guys. Woohoo! Y'all got us to the playoffs a couple years ago. Upgrade. Group getting better on the edge. Epinesa looking good on the edge. Boogie Basham for, you know what I mean? He out here getting tip interceptions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Rousseau was Rousseau. Like
Rousseau's already a great, literally.
Right, a great edge runner, run defender. So, and we know Vaughn gonna be Vaughn. You know what I mean? First home game in front of like, come on, bro, 70,000 plus.
That stadium out
on the bright lights. He already said the weather gonna be what, 79, 84 degrees. Like, you know, your boys will be there, V and Z. So we gonna give you real cover. Might even have to go live. I don't know. You
might as well.
We might go live from the page. You don't know what you might get, but it's gonna be the vibes. So all I can say is, I mean, do you got any last words you want to give them before we technically sign off? Since we tipping at it, I think we tipping at it close to an hour.
I mean,
so.
I'll just say enjoy the ride.
Man, listen.
Enjoy it. I mean, we had a great week 1.
Take it in.
Enjoy the win. If we get another win here, enjoy the 2-0.
Praying for continued health.
You know, as our plans are to win the Super Bowl,
right?
Let's not lose sight of the journey in between there and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of this sometimes.
Again,
might get a little rocky.
We're going to have low moments. It's bound to happen at some point, but enjoy the ride. Don't take it for granted because we've been where the Jets been. We've been where the
Broncos was, struggling at the end of the game, trying to, time out.
Before we sign off again, didn't Seattle just look like a Bills team?
Denver?
Yeah, like a drought team.
Yeah,
like
EJ
a quarterback that's not good, but we somehow clawing and getting the win.
Right.
I feel like my quarterback balling, but he threw for less than 200 yards. We took some luck to win, and we just clawed out a victory.
I'm so glad. Well, like I
we've
said,
been in that point for so long.
We used to be so jealous when we hear teams talk about tier 1, tier 2. And remember, as fans, we used to bicker. No, we should be ranked higher. No, we were actually ranked right where we should have been. Mm-hmm. And we were just being those fans, just being annoying. Like, now I get what it means to be ranked at a certain level and for it really to make sense.
Right.
Because we used to be ranked 12th or 15th and 20th, and we used to be pounding on the door like, but we just beat.
Bro, we lived in the 20 to 30s for so long.
Man,
no more, baby.
Nah, we're dominant. We can beat you in all different phases of the game. Special teams, which we didn't even talk about.
Yeah, it's like, I need my boy Josh to stop running in the fourth quarter when it don't matter.
Yeah, we're going to need a slide there, Josh.
Yo, my man is crazy.
Nah,
the
really
fact that he's just taking these hits and laughing and smiling like, yo, my man is a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, yo, my man is crazy.
He really is, man. And that's why the players love him, though, because
different, man.
If you play sports before, you know.
That's somebody you ride for, though.
Right. If your captain, if your leader is like that maniac, it's like, ooh, I got that edge, too. And football is the perfect sport for it. You know, you can play golf, you can play whatever sport you want, but football is like that perfect sport where if the head person is kind of crazy, it's like, ooh,
right,
yeah, let's
I'm
fucking
wild,
go. And it's like, oh, shit, I'll run through a brick one. Through the fucking, Like, that just get me amped. Like, I ain't played no high school football, no college football, but watching Josh play just makes you want to put a helmet on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, plain and simple. So you can only imagine what his teammates feel like. But, like I said, we can talk about that for hours and hours. Listen, y'all, we hope y'all enjoyed week 1 as much as we did. Around the league, we got some great games coming up this Thursday.
Yeah, Chiefs-Chargers.
Chiefs-Chargers.
Potentially one of the games right here already.
And potentially it's 2 teams that we could face in the AFC Championship. We're getting bold.
So excited.
2 teams we could face in the AFC Championship.
This is going to be one of the funnest games to watch.
Right. So, and I'm sorry it's no Keenan Allen. That's unfortunate. It's looking like he's not playing.
Yeah.
So I kind of hate that because then it's going to be but what if, So I'm kind of not feeling that, but injuries do happen. And that's why depth matters. We talk about that. But great game on Thursday.
But the real one is on Monday, baby.
Monday Night Football, man, in Buffalo.
Under the lights, ESPN.
Home of the motherfucking Mafia. So, listen, y'all, I ain't got much else to say, man. Like he always tell y'all to do, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend. We're not looking for, to be put up there with any other podcast.
We ain't looking to be
just
us,
kicking.
baby. That's it.
We just kicking it, man.
Like I say, it's in the zone with V and Z. So we just here to kick it. We ain't here to be nobody else. You gonna get us every week, talking how we talk, living how we live,
zooing it how we zoo it.
Talking about some random bills and some sports stuff. So we appreciate y'all locking in with us another week. We'll see y'all on week 3.
Week 3, man. Listen, this is Val.
And Z, if y'all see us at the game, come holler at
us. Man,
us.
Listen, don't be afraid, man.
We out there.
We outside. Peace out.